Coming to you from the biggest little city, the guys, Zach, Trevor, and Chuck, lock in to bring you your weekly fix of beer reviews, killer sports takes, sidebars, and all the fandom you can handle. Welcome to Balls&Brews.
Cheers, Charlie.
Cheers, Downie.
Missing T-Money this week. Cheers, you, Money.
Yeah, but he's visiting family, gonna go meet his nephew. That's awesome, so we love that. Cheers to everybody. Welcome to 138.
What are we drinking, Charlie? Before we get to the sports talk.
Oh, wow. His cuteness will cut you to pieces. Bunny with a chainsaw. And you know what? This is the cutest little bunny. That's a real-ass chainsaw he's holding on to. Check it out on X and Instagram. We'll put it up here soon. 8.2, double dry hopped hazy, which I think leads to the color. But I will say it has a good amount of juice still to it in flavor.
I get juice front, and then I get hop back.
I say mouthfeel is a little bit drier, not as
Correct.
Creamy or foamy as sometimes as you can get into the hazies.
Well, that's got to be to deal with being double dry, right?
Well, correct. Yeah, that's what I would think too. And it's an 8.2, so technically it's an Imperial. They are out of
strong one.
Glendale, so that's why we're opening up with it. Glendale, California. So we've had these guys before. They did a really killer one. The Beatboxing Zombies or We're Not Dead guys or whatever the fuck it was. It was a great IPA as well. I think that was a single hazy, but that one, remember, was super juicy.
I love that one.
Yeah.
This one is definitely, it says haze. You get juice up front.
You got it, bro.
You get a lot of
between the alcohol content and then when you hit dry hopped, I'm surprised you pulled anything that said dry hopped.
Well, I just saw it and it was a cool can and I grabbed it. I didn't really look at anything else. And then I went, fuck, I hope we haven't drinking this one yet.
Well, there's that too. See, now we're getting into the territory where we've drank so many beers that, especially if we're revisiting breweries, we have to be careful because we've had 2, 3, 4 by the same brewery kind of thing.
Right.
And unless you're going there, they're normally only going to release so many. Oh, speaking of brewery news, you know what I saw online that we might as well give a beer update before we do it? Is Parlay 6 is shutting down in Midtown. They are staying. They're staying with distribution. They're staying in bars, but they're shutting down their brewery/eatery in Midtown.
Oh,
well, I mean,
that sucks, man.
To be fair, to be foul,
it was a fair eatery.
Yes, and fair beer. Nothing really pulled. It'd be one thing if their beer was elite and their food was schmat. I'd still go because I always want a good pint. But when you got mid on both, and you're in the heart of Midtown. You have too many things around you that are better, that got better reviews, that got more loyal customers already. So if you don't come in and make a splash.
Yeah, I thought, food was, and the beer was, I mean, like I liked the red and I liked some of their stouts, but I didn't love
good, not great. Good, not great. Nothing that blew your skirt up.
Yeah. Well, you had anything new?
So,
food and or drink wise?
I went down to Sacramento.
On
Tuesday for a show at a new venue down there called Channel 24. Elite, great fucking venue for its size and beautiful balcony area. And I think it was a 2150 cap is what it said. So 2,000 people. So not ginormous, but not small, right? Like floor was huge. The GA section, they nailed it. It's huge. Acoustics were great. I know this isn't food or beer, but I'm getting to that. So I went down there, and stopped by Urban Roots and had myself a proper mild is what it was called. It's a stout, but it was think of Guinness, exactly like what you like, but only 3.2%. It was basically like cake in a glass, dude. It was beautiful. And it kept my stomach light because I was eating, shout out to their food, man. Their pretzel, soft pretzel, cheese and mustard, because I'm a diehard mustard fan. So I got to get some of that in there too.
Beer cheese.
Brisket tacos, also fantastic. So 3 out of 3.
Tacos.
3 out of 3 right there. Urban. It was, and I just love the layout. It's such a cool, it's called Urban Roots because it's in a fucking neighborhood. It's just, you're just on the block and you're walking up the street and you're like, oh, dope, brewery. So shout out to them. Also shout out to August Burns Red and the show. And oh my God, that's my fandom. If I could sneak a little fandom in for that, it was elite. It sounded so good. It was a band I love seeing. This is like the 4th time I've seen. I haven't seen them in like a decade. They've been a band. Luckily, within the metal scene, bands don't last long. there's not a lot of legacy bands. There's not a lot of bands that make it 20 plus years or whatever, right? They put out an album or two. They're hot for 3 to 5 years. The scene changes and their music becomes irrelevant. It's happened to a million bands over the time. August Burns Red has been a band and the same lineup since 2004. So it was rad. Most of the people in the crowd were, you know, our age, somewhere around there. Like, it wasn't a Young Bloods concert, which is kind of funny. Young Bloods. I did one food note. I had a Philly from IHOP at 11:30 after the show, and I mean, the onions were perfect. The meat was a little overcooked, but whatever. It's a fucking IHOP. But the onions were great.
They had it on the thing all along.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. Which, I mean, you know me. I'm so much. I would have rather you taken it off a minute earlier than a minute late for sure. But with the health code and whatever, they're not going to serve you rare anything there. They're going to nuke it. And I knew what I was getting myself into, you know. But other than that, like, it just in and out, and then came home the next morning. But Sacramento, right on, man. It was a fun little trip.
I haven't really had anything new. We went to the Aces game on yesterday.
Because you're not really ever hunting for anything new overall, right? You're kind of more of a consistent guy, and then if you see something,
then I drink it.
Okay.
Like, we go to a restaurant, I'm always looking like what beer they have on tap.
Right.
Because I want to try something. But then if there's nothing,
you have your fallbacks. We all do that. I think that's the most easy way to tackle the, you know.
Yeah. So menu. I went to the Aces game. We had Abel Baker there. The Atomic Duck. Uh-huh. So it's a good night. That's a good IPA. And I didn't want to go having to like trek something else down. Mm-hmm, so we just went to the one. Got those. Rained on us about the 6th inning, like hard. Like, we tried to stay on our seats and we got up. We had hella close seats. Me, Grace, and Angelique went. Good game. We ended up getting back to the seats. I wiped down the seats with my sweatshirt and we sat back down. And then it started raining again, and it was like the 8th. So we were like, all right, let's get out before we can beat the crowd too. We got to use the restroom real quick, and then we'll get out and then head on home. So yeah, cool day, cool. It wasn't cold. Like, it rained and you got a little wet, but it wasn't cold.
It hasn't been cold in Reno for a few weeks. It has been a little overcast.
Monday's gonna be cold.
That's what I keep hearing, and we had some weird weather. When I went to go walk down to Craft last night, it was overcast and a little dark right around like 5:30, 6 o'clock, which is not normal Reno conditions.
Poured.
It gave it a flash. It gave it a quick little...
For a good 20 minutes. Poured.
But that's what this city does, man. The joke about it here for the locals is, don't like the weather in Reno, wait 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know? Because it'll do that plenty of times.
Yeah, so basically that was really it. I mean, we went to... I had a Guinness at Kiel on Friday real quick, and then
oh shit, I forgot to mention my trip to Sleeve.
Yeah, and then I went to Old Southwest and they hadn't really changed, so I just get the hazy Lagunitas.
Have you had the Minden Mill bourbon? It sounds phenomenal. Familiar. It is phenomenal. It's a little sweet, right? But that prevents it from, it's not hot, and it has this nice caramely and oaky barrel.
I've seen it, but I don't think I've tried it.
Dude, I just took a pour neat on Friday at Sleeve because I was like, hey, Pops, you want to do a shot? And then he's like, well, what about a pour? And I was like, okay, we can be gentlemen's today. And so I got a pour, and it was phenomenal. It was really good, dude. Probably one of the better bourbons I had tried in the last while.
Yeah, it might be out of the same distillery as NV36.
Ah, that would make sense.
If it's Minden Mill, it might be.
Okay,
we'd have to look into that. I'm not for sure on that because NV36 is...
Dude, I'm voting. I'm putting a vote of confidence in Minden Mill bourbon. That was wonderful.
I've seen it. I know I've seen it.
Pull it, bro. Pull it. The next time you see it, just it's a good. And I'm telling you, I didn't take nothing off the top. I just drank it neat. It was really good.
We tried one that was expensive. I think it was 2 Fridays ago. I forgot to mention it. Or 2, yeah.
Okay.
At Kiel was on the top shelf, and I was like, what's that thing say? And we read it, and it said it was fucking rough. I don't remember what it was, but it was rough, and it was expensive, too. It was like barrel-aged this, something this, and it was fun. It was like...
Sometimes it makes you wonder what people's flavor profiles are, right? Because it's like, if this costs so fucking much, who's paying this to drink this consistently? Like,
right, when I can pay
half that,
$25 to $30
sure.
and get NV36.
An absolute sipping, beautiful piece of whiskey. Absolutely,
like,
yeah.
I don't need it to be 7 years in this barrel and 12 years in this barrel.
Only if it comes out well.
I need to fucking taste
exactly.
good.
None of that matters if it doesn't taste good. It's the same fucking thing with the presentation of food. It's great if it looks wonderful, but if it doesn't taste good, you got nothing, man. You got nothing, man.
All right, buddy. This first segment of this pod could almost
it's gonna go hot.
It could almost be the common sense segment.
It is. We're gonna call it the common sense segment. Segment 1, common sense, take 1, because we like to do this shit freeform.
Brendan Sorseby, bud. Brendan Sorseby.
You ever heard of this guy?
Yeah, he was the number 1 transfer from Cincinnati to Texas Tech this year. He was the number 1 in the transfer portal. They said if he came out, there's a chance he would have went over Fernando, which I hope not, or hope would. Like, that was one of my worries. So he transfers to Texas Tech. He gets like 5-6 mil.
Well, they have the deepest bag. Actually, they have one of the biggest NIL contracts in all of college football.
So he gets that 5-6 million.
Yeah, because look at what they did last year. Had they not stumbled against Miami, like.
And then this week it comes out that he's entering himself into gambling. What word am I looking for? Gambling.
Basically recovery. He's going into therapy, and he's going to go into, like, you know, a different version of, like, GA, Gamblers Anonymous, right?
Yeah.
It's for people who have, well, addictive personalities, but specifically addicted to gambling, which is can I go, or do you want to put out facts before I start going, or, like, I want to make sure that I'm not stepping on your toes? You want to read some facts first?
No, you go. There you go, and then I got some comments with where this could be headed.
Okay.
Actually, let me ask you a couple questions.
Excellent. All right, we're going to do interview style.
Suspended for the rest of the year. Yes or no? Should we touch on what he actually did?
Let's do that first. Okay. Yes, let's do that first.
When he was at Indiana, he started one game before, like, he was there before Cignetti got there, and then Cignetti came in, and he sat behind the quarterback that the Niners drafted. What was his name? I took in the 5th round. Rourke. So he sat behind Rourke. Well, he bet on Indiana games, and he sat behind Sorseby too, because Sorseby was there before. Sorseby is the guy we're talking about, right? So Sorseby was there. He started one game, but he was betting on games at Indiana. While he was there, he was betting on games.
Right. The Pete Rose.
And then he was just betting, like, all the fucking time.
Once he started getting away with it, right? And once he got comfortable with the act of doing it, yeah, of course, that's how it works.
So, suspended for the rest of the college football season, yes or no?
Look, man, the admittance of guilt and trying to clean yourself and trying to be better, I agree with. I think this is the right step for him. However, part of the punishment needs to be the idea that you need to set a precedent now. Yes, suspended for the year.
Me too. If he goes into the supplemental draft, will the NFL suspend him for games?
I don't think anybody's going to touch him necessarily. It depends on the organizations that will even use a supplemental draft for him in whatever year he might go.
When the Raiders took Trev in the supplemental draft after he got suspended,
I remember that.
He still had a 6-game suspension, so there is precedent for this.
Well, yeah, but if he serves the whole year, though,
but supplemental draft, would he be going the supplemental draft in the next, like, month or two?
Oh,
that's when the supplemental draft.
Right, correct. Well, there's been no injunction. There's been no verdict imposed upon him yet, so the NFL has nothing to uphold technically. It's different because Pryor had his sentencing.
Yep.
They haven't.
It was the
for signatures. Yeah, he was selling his merch, his memorabilia, so that he could get ink.
Which is crazy now that these guys are fucking doing
billionaires. Oh, dude,
Pryor and those guys got in trouble for getting free tattoos and fucking selling them.
And Reggie Bush just want to give his mama a house. He just want to give his mama a house. I support that 1,005,000%.
The agent said, "Here, you guys can live in this
literally
house."
Nothing on field.
No.
And anyway, we always go down that rabbit hole.
But no, I think suspended. I think
I think the NCAA as just a solid move of solidarity. You do this is bare minimum the punishment. We might even compound on top of that, but you have to lay the floor.
Do you think the floor is for a year, or do you think the floor is you're not eligible to play in college football ever again?
I mean,
are you allowed to come back?
I don't know. I don't know. That's tough. That's a good question.
He is eligible. What happens if a freshman does it?
Sure.
He's not eligible for the draft. Or are you toast?
I think.
Or is it just a 1 year and then you see what you can do?
I think you make it the 1 year. I think you start with the 1 year because if you make it you can't back it down. It's like spice. You can add more later. If the 1 year doesn't work, you can move to permanency. But if you set the bar at you're done immediately, there's no way you can't back down. You can't go from 7-game series to 5-game series. They're not going to do that. They're not going to eliminate the 2 games.
I agree. So I think we go 1 year and then we see what happens.
And I think, but bare minimum 1 year. It's got to be. And then no NIL money. You are fully you're away from, you can't, nothing with that camp. But I don't know what if you're enrolled to go to school. Does this affect your schooling? No. This is where it's simply athletics.
It's simply athletics. Okay. I think you still go to school, but your NIL is done. But now that $5 million, it's Texas Tech. Let's talk team now. You're kind of fucked. He was supposed to be your starting quarterback. He's one of the top quarterbacks in the nation, first-round draft pick, and now you don't have him. So you have who's ever your backup.
But I don't feel bad for the college because that means you didn't do your due diligence. Well, yeah, you invited him in.
You should have been investigating.
Exactly. You didn't do your work.
Just like when you draft him.
Anything along those lines. Anything in the idea. If he's going to be the face of anything, you better make sure that face is clean.
Man, you got to be. You're the coach, and you come out and say, "We're behind him. We're behind him." And behind doors, you're going, "Motherfucker, what are we gonna do?"
1,000,000%.
We were in the top 12. Played in our first fucking CFP game. Probably looking to try to get back there as a big.
We have money, but now it's not about money. It's you can't if guys are already signed, you can't come in over the top and give them more money. Well, guys are locked in.
Well, there's nobody out.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Unless you remember Nico Iliama left super late. I don't know if that comes into play now.
I guess in theory, if some kid wanted to push his way out of the other NIL contract, I would hope not.
You would have to have a transfer portal.
Something. There's got to be some. Yeah, there you go. That's the bylaw. That's exactly. It's not a window. You can't train. There's no transfer portal window. Yeah, I think that's got to be the fallback.
Yeah, man. For him, your draft stock's totally fucked. Everything's kind of ruined right now. You got to try to get your head on top so you can try to get back.
I'm just nervous that it's the opening. We are about to take a trip down the rabbit hole, Alice.
But nobody. The weird thing is that he didn't get caught. He put himself into this treatment thing. So unless they gave him a heads up, hey, we're coming for you. So either you can do it outside.
We may know that information at some point, but right now we don't. It's all speculatory. Right now, as the news defines it, it's he checked himself in. Self-admission. So, hey, solving or identifying that you have a problem is the first step in solving it. So in that situation, I'm going to give this kid credit. However, the NCAA should not just – you need to impose a year ban, and then – whatever the NFL does on the back of that is between that organization and the player or whatever. I don't want to speculate on that, but given that he's currently in the NCAA, he should not be eligible to play this year.
2 articles that I'm looking at right here, Chuck. Without Brendan Sorseby, Texas Tech has no backup.
They have nothing on the roster? They don't even have
they have a backup quarterback, but they have no backup option. He's super raw. It's not like they have a dude like a veteran sitting
there. Right. Why would they?
Next article. How Brendan Sorseby could change the Jets quarterback situation. The Jets be who to be take him in the supplemental draft. Wouldn't you? If he's supposed to be a top 10 pick.
I get the move. I get the dart throw. It's just one of those things where, are you ready for the PR backlash? That's the thing. You're going to take arrows. For when you sign controversial people, regardless of what you think about this kid, he's in the headlines for the wrong reasons, period. And the Jets, let's fucking be honest, man. The Jets are not an organization you want to go to. They're not.
They're not.
They threw a dart at who was it? It was fucking Cade Klubnik. Yeah, and that guy's gonna get wasted and buried, and he's gonna be out of the league in 2 years. I want him to go to
somebody where he's backing up, with
he's learning.
Kyle,
he's learning. He's actually playing with a good coordinator and a good first string quarterback. Because Gino ain't, dude. Okay.
I did see another funny meme. I know since you said Gino, I saw it said, "Could this be opposite, and it had Geno and Russell Wilson on the Seahawks, and then they flipped it.
I saw,
Geno
and then
Russell.
What's hilarious is you throw Sam Darnold in there, and they can all do the Spider-Man meme where they're pointing at each other. Absolutely, dude. I mean, it is the funniest meme
Sam's not in
that I saw.
Anymore.
Oh my god, dude! Sam Darnold, let's go back to back, baby. Anyway, we're not going to Seahawks gush. Let's stay on topic.
No, we'll get back to the NFL in a little bit because we'll have to do quarterback rankings. Well, and then we'll have to do Trev's top 10.
I love those. That'll be fun.
Trev's
That's a fun version of our pod.
Trev's top. Maybe we'll make him do a top 15 after the draft or something, and then do a quarterback situation. Whether we do just 15 of them too, or what. All right. Next common sense situation we got going on. NCAA has now expanded the men's and women's basketball tournaments from 68 to 76 teams, starting as early as this next upcoming year. Chuck, we have talked about this extensively on the pod.
I hate it.
We're just letting more teams in, and then now it's called the first 12 instead of the first 4. So you still have you still have a 64-man bracket. It's just going to take a week longer to get here.
It's it's all money. Exactly. It's greed, and it's because they know we'll watch. They know it'll make money.
Not on TNT and True TV.
And TBS. Okay, look, that's another. We're not even. Don't let me go down that rabbit hole because I'm drinking an 8% and I'm going to get fired up pretty quick. Exactly. But you guys, okay, it sucks. It sucks because there's two things. I love basketball. I love March Madness. The idea of more of it should excite me. The idea of more games and more awe-inspiring moments and buzzer beaters and Cinderellas, that sounds great. You're watering down the product in the overall. You've got to make it hard to get into the postseason, not easier.
This is just to appease the big dogs.
Right, because there's the 12,
and
there's the Team 12 in the Big Ten because there's 20 teams in there now that doesn't get in and they think that they deserve it over some fucking,
your Power 4, your Big Ten, your ACC,
your SEC,
and I guess a Big 5 because Big East is kind of counted as like a fifth
in basketball. Yes, specifically in basketball, they're very respected.
So those 5. So each one of each one of those gets one more team, and that's basically where it's at. We're not like putting in more Nevada, Fresno States, and Memphis's.
No. The argument is to get more the big dogs,
Auburn's, the teams that miss it by like a couple games, the Syracuse's. That's who we're looking to get.
Because what the argument is, and it's got to be this, is that, we had a harder strength of schedule. Correct. So the fact that you're letting in these boo-boo teams over a team that had to grind out, and just because we were 12th and they were second in their conference.
And I think that argument's fake too, because the big teams don't want to play the George Masons during the regular year and take the losses. It's not George Mason. And what was the team everybody was bitching about this year?
It was the Red Hawks. They
ended up losing in the first round of their
team. They did. St. Louis.
No, it wasn't St. Louis.
Yes, it was.
St. Louis?
Yeah.
But
and they had won. They had only lost 2 games over the last 2 seasons.
But nobody schedules them. It's not their fault. Then nobody wants to play them. These Auburns and teams don't want to take that other loss.
Let's explain this here real quick. It's because teams are broken down into 4 quadrants: Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. Yeah. And if you're a mid-major, even if you're a top end near mid-major, you're bare minimum a Q3, Q2. Bare minimum Q2, more than likely a Q3. So these teams that you're speaking on in the Big 4 don't want to go to these programs. Okay, Big 5. Or have them come to they would more than likely have to go to wherever, whether it be Duke or
don't even really want to be in the tournaments with them either.
Well, no, because in the overall, in a 1-game tournament, any team can win. Correct. One game. That's the difference between a series
like the Hawaii one. There's always the Hawaii one. There's all these other ones around the world. They make sure that they're not going to tournaments with these mid-majors.
Oh, these matchups are still big on big, yeah.
So you have mid-major tournaments and you have other tournaments. Because then it looks bad for you to get a loss against a Q3 opponent you lost against. Right. Well, that Q3 is actually ranked number 22 in the nation. So
shouldn't that hold some fucking water weight?
How much of a loss is that?
Shouldn't that hold some water weight? Right. You're ranked within, even if you're ranked within, like, let's say the top 30, top 40 teams in the nation. The thing about college basketball is there's so many more D1 schools technically than in football. There's a million. So
like, remember Nevada with Fazekas went to Kansas and beat Kansas? That won't ever happen nowadays. They won't take that scheduling. They won't take a good mid-major to come into their house because
it's weighted differently now. It's looked at differently.
So much worse now.
Because
Nevada was a really good team at that time.
Right. It's because the conferences are too fucking big. It's because of how many teams are in the Big Ten, how many teams are in the SEC. It's because you can't duck anybody in there. You're going to play a thick schedule through conference regardless, right? So they have to prepare themselves for 7 losses in conference.
Yeah, the Big Ten had what, like 8?
Oh, no, they had like 11 or 12. It was bonkers.
That was the 18 or whatever.
Yeah, no, it was fucking insane.
Next, common sense. Brandon Aiyuk, man. All these reports are coming out. The teams want to, like, you're talking about trading for him, but can't get a hold of him.
On the college.
Finish off something?
I want to hear from you guys. I want to know if you guys like expansion or if we're just off our. I think playoffs should be hard to make. If you are the 13th in your conference, work harder. Get to 7. Get in the conversation. It is part of the glory and magic of March Madness to have those Cinderellas. It's the one time the little guys get to shine. If you win your conference, you're in. And a lot of times they only get those. So if you're the big guy bitching about one guy getting a fucking conference like tournament win or like, you know, winning their conference, that's unacceptable, you guys. You're firing arrows down, and I don't appreciate it. That's it. I just wanted to finish. I love March Madness. I don't like this move.
Brandon Aiyuk
is a pud whacker.
Unavailable for teams.
We're going to open up a vote for him, but we're going to wait until the Niners fan is back next week.
Excuse me. He is unavailable to get a hold of. How are you unavailable to get a hold of him?
He's available.
And
he's available.
And he looks overweight on his Instagram pictures. Like, what are you doing,
He's pulling the James Harden, dude.
You literally got paid, and you've kind of been a turd
immediately.
Ever since.
He got hurt, yes. He did legitimately get hurt. However, he made no attempt to come back from that injury. No true attempt. He never saw the field after that, right?
The year he got hurt, remember he had the offseason where him and Shannon were fighting, and then it comes in, he doesn't even look like he wants to be there.
Right.
And then
there's a lot of smoke on the sideline for sure.
He's not even available. Like, he had disappeared in those 5 games before he got, or 7 games, or whenever he got.
It was 5. I think it was only 5. And then the following year, he didn't play. He hasn't played in the NFL since then.
He hasn't even been in the Niners facility. And now he's unavailable to get a hold of. The Commanders are talking about trading for him.
They're paying him,
you
right?
can't get a hold of him?
They're paying. The Niners are still technically paying him.
I think until like mini camp or OTAs or whatever come up.
When he doesn't report.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I just want to fit that in. Also, one more before we jump into the MLB.
Okay, so we're already done with Brandon Aiyuk, just in and out. He's a pud whacker.
He's a pud whacker. Like, dude, how are you not getting available?
Exactly. What's your best ability?
Availability. And
cut that motherfucker and don't let him play. I'm sorry, he's a local boy too. He's a McQueen kid. He's our alma mater, for fuck's sakes. Like, and I got no love for anybody who moves like that. No love. You want out, bro? Play your fucking ass off and say trade me. Like, I don't like it. I haven't liked his attitude for a while. I don't think it's fair to the Niners organization because they gave him all the rehab. They let him take all the time. They've been alongside of him.
Well, he hasn't even been in the house. Like, what are you doing?
Trash.
Like,
it's such trash way to carry yourself. I do not like it.
I don't even think it'd be healthy for him to even be back in the building. They should just, like, if they can't
That's probably true, too. You got to scrub yourself with both sides. Both parties need to separate, for sure.
Last common sense before we get into MLB firings and NHL bracket. LIV Golf done, bud. Fucking done. The Saudis have pulled the funding.
Yeah,
they might get through this year. We told everybody this was not going to relax. Like, what do you do? Now all these guys have to try to get back in. And it's not going to be easy to get back into the PGA because you kind of pissed all over the PGA. And most of these guys are in a lawsuit against the PGA. And now you're going to come back and try to play for the PGA. So this situation, like, and I like DeChambeau. I think he's one of the dudes that's easy to root for because I think he, like, kind of gets
he moves the needle. He moves the needle.
But it's going to be hard for these guys to get back in. And but LIV Golf done. Well, we at 2 years, Chuck? Maybe 3 years with that?
I think it was a little bit more than that. I think it was closer to like 5 years because they came out just post-pandemic. But tell me how many LIV Golf tournaments you watched.
0.
Exactly.
I was watching the. Have you been watching more golf?
Oh, yes.
It's addicting.
I'm getting, as my beard is turning a little bit more gray, and I'm getting a little
fascinating,
bit.
isn't it?
Dude. Well, I'll tell you. I think maybe the difference is as well. I don't know. I can't confirm this. If you're an old head and you're watching us, let me know. They are just back-to-back shots now. I feel like there's no wasted time in between the coverage. It's like they got guys going, and they're like
cut the.
They do maybe a little walk up or a little like a small little interview, but like it's a lot of action when they're doing coverage now, and I feel like there's more going on. And knowing how hard the fucking game is, I think is what obviously draws me in as well, because like we were speaking off pod, I am going to buy some clubs. I'm going to be hitting the links with you boys, and I'm going to try to define my golf game because it's fun as fuck, and it is the ultimate on your own program. There's nobody else with that club in your hand.
You gotta go to the driving range.
Sure, get your motion down. Absolutely, after the other, absolutely. And my core, I remember my core being fucking blasted. The lats and the
ribs,
right here,
it's in the ribs.
The obliques. Oh, dude, from that turning over and over again, like it's great. It's a great game. But continue.
So LIV done. So we
good as well. It should be as fucking well. It should be.
So I'm glad that that's over.
It just. Okay.
It's not, if you're not playing to like be number one in the world, what are you playing to do?
I'm never mad at like competition, but
LIV didn't seem like it was competition though. You're playing,
dude. The PGA has been around for eons. It is You want to talk about a pastime? Yeah. Golf has been as much of a pastime to America as baseball has, and the idea that you're going to have, let's be honest, some Middle Eastern country come in and say that we're going to do your sport better than you with your own athletes.
And it wasn't better.
They tried to make a couple of different things. You can make noise and you could do a couple of different things. Like they tried to make it more like crowd involved, which conceptually sounds okay, but you don't understand the principles of golf. The thing about golf is it's a homegrown game. It is something that, like, I know the English obviously have a huge, they have a massive golf following, and they've been doing it for fucking ever. We might have stolen it from them, if I'm being 100% honest. Yeah, but you know what? We claimed our goddamn independence. Champions since 1776, brother.
But I wanted to bring that.
I'm not sorry. You have a Battleborn t-shirt on.
I wanted to bring that up just because we got to catch up on some stuff since we've been missing some stuff because of draft and NBA.
We have been very NFL heavy in our draft and everything, and it makes sense. I get it. So let's jump into some hockey, right? Because we have
MLB real quick.
Oh, sorry.
We got to catch up on something.
We're catching.
2 coaches been fired in the
that's right.
first
Cora,
month of the season.
That's
Alex
right.
Cora from the Red Sox.
Yeah, which was deserved, I think.
And Rob Thompson
from the Phillies. That one I'm not quite sure of.
So I read an article. Dave Dombrowski's the Phillies GM, called Alex Cora on Saturday or Sunday and offered him the job before he fired Robbie Thompson the day after that. And Alex Cora said, no, I'm going to spend time. Because he had just been fired from the Red Sox.
Sure.
He had already offered before he fired Robbie Thompson. Dude, that's fucking sleazy.
That's not only sleazy. That's illegal. You can't do that. You can't do that. There's got to be an injunction against that. Whatever the hell you want to call it. Like, that is, you can't. My contract is still valid right now. It's still.
He was like, hey, Alex, you want to take the manager's job of the Phillies?
You want to be a skipper for the Phils?
Yeah, we're going to fire Robbie Thompson. Now it's Don Manley. Donnie Baseball's managing the Phils.
Hey, man, he's a bad man. He knows baseball inside. That's his bloodstream. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it was the right move.
Never got the chip. He wasn't on those Yankee teams.
I know.
That's crazy, right? He was never on any of
those. Right, yeah. Correct. Because that was when the Yankees were fucking winning them.
All right, bud. NHL.
So, no Kraken.
My Knights did get through the first round, so we'll touch on it.
All right,
let's start with Avs or the number 1 seed.
Avs versus Kings was a sweep, straight out the gates.
Straight out sweep. So they go on to the next round. Next series was the Stars at Wild Day, who play the Avs.
Wild ended up getting a 4-2 win. So Minnesota, Dallas. Now, see, this is the thing. Dallas and Edmonton had been like constant staples in conference finals and going to the finals. Right, correct. So, to have the Wild beat the Stars is actually a pretty big deal, I would say.
And then you get the next series, the Knights versus the Mammoth. Knights get away with 4-2. Super stoked.
Shout out to Utah showing up, man.
Dude, that Mammoth is sick.
It's great. It's great.
That's
It's
sick.
such a
Mammoth is a sick.
it looks awesome, dude. If I didn't have Seattle, I could see myself rocking something like that with the Kraken for life. But just great area for hockey, Salt Lake. It just works. NHL. I love that. So, but good job, Knights.
Anaheim, the 3 seed, gets over on the Oilers in a 4-2 series. So McDavid
not making a return. No.
No Canada, eh?
Well, don't you know? They looked flat, dude. Him, Draisaitl, they just weren't. The Ducks just had the juice. And, okay, as a guy who's wearing pretty much an all-red T-shirt, Ducks, can you work on those all-orange jerseys? They are fucking hard to look at, dude.
Are they?
Oh, my God. I don't mind the color palette. It's just all orange is
So Knights get Ducks,
great.
which is like the best scenario for me. Even though we're the 1 seed, we had like a really
hard time getting past the Oilers.
Well, that, and we kind of came in the playoffs. Like, we fired our coach with like 10 games left of the season, so we were on like kind of a downhill slide. So us getting the Ducks is like, we've lost to the Oilers a couple times. We lost the Stars, so that's nice. And then you get Avalanche and Wild.
Dude,
the Avalanche are just balling. I bet the Avalanche.
Shout out to Anaheim finally getting it right. They've been a bottom dweller for years, dude. Like, it's nice to when it's not a rival, as it were. When it's just kind of like the little brother, the little kick around of the, it's like, oh, the little guy,
Yep.
But it's like, I shouldn't say that because the Anaheim's been around for a long time, but like, it's dope. It's dope to see. And I know I'm an NV boy, but I don't know if I'm pulling for the Knights.
I'm pulling for us. But if we go up against Avalanche, I'm rooting for the Wild in that series. Avalanche, man, they're scary. That's a scary team.
Okay, no, they're the odds-on favorite for sure.
In the Eastern Conference, Sabres get the 4-2 win over the Bruins. Good job, Buffalo Sabres. Love the you see Josh Allen pumping them up and crushing a beer.
Of course.
Yeah, so I'm talking about.
Yeah, why wouldn't he be out there?
Lightning and Canadians, man. Tampa Bay tied 3-3. That game is tonight for the team to move on. Tampa, dude, if Tampa wins.
Only opening series still undecided.
If Tampa wins, I think that means that there are no more Canadian teams.
Yeah, because the Senators got eliminated by the Hurricanes 4-0, just straight sweep. And then, the Flyers end up beating the Penguins 4-2.
Dude, it's going to be Hurricanes are going to end up being in the finals again, brother.
They might be. The Canes are a legit team, dude.
I'm kind of hoping it's Sabres. That'd be sick. Sabres is a cool fucking...
Yeah, so you would be 1,000%... Canada would be eliminated before we even got to the conference finals.
Yeah, they wouldn't even get to the second round.
To the semis.
So
not even the semis.
Let's go Tampa Bay. We don't like Canadians on this pod.
I mean, I think in hockey they've drawn a line, okay?
Yeah,
and
in hockey.
You have to choose a side, and we have chosen the red, white, and blue because these colors don't run, brother.
That's right, dude. I'm kind of like, I am more stoked. I was actually kind of surprised not surprised we beat the Mammoth, but like if we would have lost, I'd be like, yeah, that's kind of how the way the season's been going.
Yeah, I feel like we got a bunch of time left for this first segment, so I want to go back to the MLB a little bit.
Yeah,
we didn't give enough love to the MLB.
Usually we wait for the
Mets be struggling. Right?
Yeah, worst like money team.
The AL West is a weird upside down division right now.
We've
with
lost
the A's. I know, and we should have beat the Royals last night and dropped it.
2 games to the Indians, 2 games of the fucking Guardians.
Whatever.
But man, we've been playing hot, dude. My team's stoked. I'm stoked. Dude. Aaron Judge doing Aaron Judge things. Shohei Ohtani doing Shohei Ohtani things.
Can I say real quick as well with the ABS?
It's sick.
It is. It's wonderful because it's quick. It says yes or no, and it's onward. It is the exact way that you want computers or, I guess, additional help to come in.
Can I get a cheers to baseball new rules? They've all been home runs.
They have. I haven't wanted to take one of them back. They've improved the game, not made them worse. So cheers to that, 1,000%.
Yeah. It's been interesting, bud.
Because also I watched an extra innings game between the Mariners and the Royals just last night.
Right.
And it was only 1 inning because they scored the runner from second and we didn't. And
I don't mind that.
Just in the regular season, for sure.
In the playoffs.
I love that. No, they did it right. It's not a playoff rule. No. It's a regular season rule because you got to get through the fucking game.
Well, that, and you were going 19 fucking innings in some of these games, man.
Sure. No. Deep. Oh, dude. When
in the playoffs, it's fine. That's
you want that. Baseball. That's what they want.
But not in a regular season.
No, and I think, and I chim chiroo to that one, too. It's another proper improvement. It's a little weird. It was an adjustment, but.
I don't mind it in the regular season. It's not playoffs. You're not in the playoffs. Regular season is perfect.
We got to get through that.
We're 162 games in.
Exactly.
Dude, you see Shohei's fucking pitching. He even has a 1 ERA. He's throwing in like 6 games, and his most runs he's given up is 2, and they lost 2-1 the other night. Like, the dude is just fucking.
It's so frustrating when that happens, dude. We wasted Felix Hernandez's career doing that. His ERA was well under 3 his entire career, and his win percentage was like 40.
Is Paul going to be that way with the Pirates?
If he doesn't get out,
even though the Pirates have been playing pretty good
now, I understand, but that team is. When's the last time the Pittsburgh Pirates been good, bro?
They were one of those teams. Right when the first started expanding the playoffs to the wild cards, they kind of snuck in a couple times.
Sure, but when they ain't been to a series in forever, they haven't been like Paul Skeens is an elite talent, and his arm will be throwing for a contender here soon. And so we've talked about this as that franchise. You need to deal him. You can't let him go. You got to get what you can out of him.
7 fucking first round picks. 13 different players. I don't know, dude. The dude's elite.
He's shut down.
Him and Scooble
shut down.
Are fucking.
Yeah, he had a little snafu the first week of the season, and then
after that, you
immediately
just fucking dialed
it
right back.
Yeah, dude. So I mean, it's clear as day that and I don't want to shit on the Pirates organization, but it's just one of those things where it's like you've got to understand the fact that you found this diamond that can now breed to more potential. He's great. He's elite. He's not going to win you a World Series alone. You've got to get more pieces.
But if you trade him, are you going to try to win one then?
I hope so.
Or are you still just going to be a
you might. No, but that's swing. We've talked about this in all organizations. Make the fucking move.
Look at who's third on the list.
John Fisher. He's been swinging, though.
We have to. You're going to Vegas, dude. You better be able to put in a fucking...
Yeah, a winner. At least a contender. You don't have to necessarily go out and get World Series, but you got to be relevant.
And at least try to be playoffs.
You got to be relevant. You have to be something to talk about. In Vegas, you got to be something. There's a million things to do in Vegas.
I'm stoked right now, Charlie. We've been playing good ball, man.
You're in all of your teams you should have a little juice for.
I do.
Okay, that's awesome. It's a good feeling. Me too.
We get rid of the one guy, and I'll have a lot of juice.
I have juice that I might even have an NBA team here in a little bit. I'm overly juiced. I need to back down my juice.
Any more questions before we break and come back with NBA playoffs?
No, I think that watch more baseball, you guys. I love that. Cheers. It has really stepped forward in its ability to stay. The pitcher's got to throw. It's not. 10 years ago, good Lord, watching a regular season baseball game was a slog. And if it went into extra innings, even if you were watching your team, you normally turn it off. Because it's like, dude, I'm not about to sit here and watch 7 more innings or whatever. So
we need to get the stud board up because this is like the perfect time. We have a board, like the shit list.
We are going to be placing
a studs board, or we'll figure it out. We maybe put them right next to each other so we know who's a stud and who's not.
We do know who studs are, who not.
Pretty soon we'll be having those kind of stats coming out. But, I mean, right now, you talk about leaders. Judge has got 12 bombs. He's just behind.
He's been hot.
The kid for the White
Chicago.
Sox, that's the Japanese third baseman.
Good.
He's crushing 13 bombs. Olsen's got 30 RBIs, my boy. I almost want to go back to our MVP pick and switch from one Brave to another, but I can't.
This is what we need. This is what we need for as baseball fans. Yeah. As you need heaters, you need guys, you need superstars, you need guys that are going to carry the game that make it worth watching. And the MLB, man, shout out to you, brother. You guys are pushing. And you know what? Shout out to the NHL as well, because I feel like they've become far more relevant over the last couple of years in sports talk and coverage and things like that. So I love that. Fuck Canada.
Fuck Canada and hockey. All right, we'll be back with MLB or NBA stuff.
We got some awesome beers coming up, too.
Yeah, we got a hot playoff situation.
Dude, all right. We will wait for that.
Hot playoff.
Hot. See you soon.
Welcome back to Balls and Brews. Cheers, brother.
You want to go high or low? Okay, all right. Cheers to you. Absolutely.
Sorry, I was kind of holding my hand in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
I like it.
That is interesting.
Tell us what we're drinking first.
So this brewery, right, is Fonta Flora. Okay.
Fonta Flora.
And they are out of Nebo, North Carolina. Now, you guys, we struggled with how to pronounce that. This is not the first beer we've had from these guys.
We looked it up on the Google.
We did. And it drinks at 5.2. It's a Czech-style dark lager brewed with locally foraged cherry wood.
I really enjoy these dark lagers. We've had a couple of them on pod. I really enjoy the way they taste.
I know you do.
We had the one from Pigeon Head. We've had this one.
But I understand why, because the profile itches. It scratches every one of your itches. In the sense of it's dark. You do lean that way. It's got a little bit of like bitterness, but you don't like over bitterness.
Yeah, so
like,
it's got some of that like
and a little bit of fruit,
porter kind of flavor, kind of bitterness.
It's got a lot of smoke to it too.
I was almost wondering like if there was coffee in it too. I kind of might get a little coffee in there too.
No, to me,
it's more bitter than coffee, but it's got like that.
I get what you're saying. I think I honestly think it's the Czech style hops. I think it's the hops coming through, but there's a little bit of dry backbone on the back end of it.
Trev's gonna love this beer. You got to make sure you save one for him.
Well, we got two more. I'll absolutely save one for a boy. Like I don't drink pod beer unless it's on pod. Like I'm
because he won't. Yeah, because I have the other two. I have the other two at my house, but so if he comes over, I'll tell him they're in the fridge.
Okay, I'm curious to try this. Next one's going to be light, even though this is only, 5.2%.
It is really good though.
A lot of deep flavor. There's a very lingering wood.
Correct.
That cherry wood. You taste that oaky, that wood barely.
That's why I was like the coffee, like that's what.
But it's not coffee.
But it's not coffee. But it leaves that kind of
a deep flavor.
It's a deep flavor,
which is nice. I suppose it depends on what you're aiming to drink. But it's funny when I bought this, the gal who was checking me out was like, "Oh, good pull," and when they say something that you did well.
I don't think a lot of people like get into the dark lagers, and we've had 3, maybe 4 on pot, so a lot of people don't even really make them. But man, they are a delicious beer.
Okay, so here's what it is: a dark lager is not an American. Like we either make pilsners or lagers. We don't make dark lagers. Dark lagers come from Europe essentially, and like this is from America, yes, but this is Czech style influence. Like they
good.
Yeah, it is. And it's deep. For 5, when you can capture that kind of flavor at 5.2, shout out to you.
Like deep to where you're like, man, this is like a 7.
You would think so. And
there's like there's so much flavor in this beer. It's like, I'm like thinking 7%. Man, I can drink one of these and it's really good, but it's really only a 5.2. It is crazy how much flavor is in it.
Mm. Yes. So
the home run.
Shout out to Nebo, North Carolina. I'm sorry, I'm going to say it's Fonta Flora. Yeah, Fonta Flora. Squeeze box. Yeah, it's a nutcracker. Once again, be up in X and Instagram. We took some pictures for y'all.
3 cool cans.
Also, we tag the breweries. So if you are interested in these, click on those and it'll link you to the breweries from which we got these. Like that's a really cool little trait. So we're gonna give some local love here in the next one because you're gonna drink that quick. It's funny. I told you this is the order we should go.
Yep, you're right. I didn't really know which one we should go for after the first one. But sure. We got 3 good ones today.
Oh, dude, and based off of the flavor profile we read on the can for the next one, it's gonna be right up this pod's alley. No more Venties. Venties is large, Josh. I love you to death, brother.
That was a good beer.
It was not. It was not.
Let's jump into the NBA playoffs. No football today. No football. We're giving it a break. Rookie minicamp has started, but that's about it. It started and ended. Let's start in
defending champs.
Let's start in the West, Charlie, this time because the West is more definitive now.
Sure.
The East still has 2 series.
Some brackets open. Right, correct.
OKC
swept. Brought out the broom. Not even a close sweep, a dominant sweep. They won every game by at least like 12 points.
Riding in.
Yeah, it was
just OKC is
the better team being better.
So they need this win to be a dynasty, correct? If you can back to back, are you a dynasty? I know, but
no, you are not a dynasty yet. But I mean, you need to be talked about as far as like a modern. No, you got to do what the Warriors did. They got 3 and 4, and then we started talking about.
So are the Heat a dynasty with 2 and 4?
No, that was a great era. I think an era can be, but a dynasty not.
So the first Lakers was a dynasty. The second one, because Kobe got 2 with Powell, they lost the third one.
I understand.
So no,
but I think the way that, but the Lakers are a weird case in the overall. The Lakers are an NBA dynasty, period, just because of how many titles they have. And Kobe got 5 in however many years, and there were 2. I would say the first one was closer to a dynasty, and the second one was an era. But it was all Mamba. It was all fucking Kobe. Bad motherfucker, dude. And Shaq. Don't let me sell Shaq down the river. He had a huge spot in that fucking first trilogy. Like, anyway.
Yeah. So next series is the
I like the question, Joe. No, I don't. I believe that they are the only team, unfortunately, on their way to being a dynasty, as it were. Like, especially if SGA gets the back-to-back MVPs and they go and smash the playoffs. They haven't lost a playoff game yet.
Averaged over 30 points. And it's not like the next... We're going to talk about who they're going to play next. And all fandom aside, I can put my fandom aside for at least this team. But we'll get to that next. But, dude, they just dominate. They are and then they're not... Like we talked about, they have 2 picks in this draft. They're not losing anybody. Nobody's leaving.
Why would you want to leave? Because they have set themselves up to be a modern day dynasty. That I can say.
It's
and
like
it sucks
unless you miss finally on a draft pick.
It burns me down in the loins because I used to love watching these guys win 17 games a year, 21 games a year.
Will you get rid of the hate for the Thunder
not at
if
all.
the Seahawks or not
the Sonics?
When
nope,
the Sonics come back?
Nope. I will. Okay. I've lessened up my hate for players who have been there because really they don't control that a lot of the times, or like where you get drafted, or if somebody's going to offer you a contract, you're going to play where you're going to play. Front office, everybody who runs that organization,
but they weren't.
Some of them were, some of them no. The team hasn't been sold.
Yeah,
the owner is still the same.
The owner's the same.
Yeah, so fuck that.
Everybody else underneath.
Burn. It can all burn. Okay. It can burn it down to the ground. This coming from this man understands and knows he was going to burn. He was going to burn all of his Raiders gear if they didn't draft Mendoza, and still at least have a team to have faith in, even if he drafted Darius Hayward-Bay again.
I literally, if like Sorseby and Moore were in there, if we had taken one of them, I would have stuck to that.
So you were Mendoza only then, in theory.
It wasn't
even out of the guys that were pulling out, it was Homie. You want okay?
Wow. Listen to him talk earlier in the season and just watching him play, and then listen to talk later in the season. He solidified himself.
I like his size. I like his drive. I like his story. You cannot hate on Fernando Mendoza.
I hope not.
I'm going to shit on the Raiders organization.
We can do that. More championships.
I don't need your permission. Well, the 80s existed at one point.
Yeah, so the 70s and 60s. Let's get to the next series. Lakers end up taking the Rockets down 4-2. Got to give it to LeBron. He played great, but Ayton played great. Smart played great. Reeves had a better game. Dude, I felt sorry for him when he came back. He just looked like he should have sat one more game. Dude, we're talking about being sore in our obliques from swinging a golf club. You imagine how many shots you're putting up, defense you're trying to extend, and you have a fucking pulled oblique. That is not, or an oblique strain. That is not.
No, yeah. Every movement on the basketball court pretty much requires the obliques.
So they end up getting the 4-2 over the Rockets. So Lakers move on to play the Thunder.
Which, I mean, in the overall, like, that Rockets team, I've been having this the whole internal battle about Kevin Durant.
I don't think you have to have it. Let's have it right here.
I agree. I'm going to bring it to... I think he's more of a pud whacker than not, dude. Yes, I know he's got his 2 rings. Yes, I know that he's one of the best scorers of all time. That guy is so... Where was he in this series? He was hurt, blah, blah, blah. Do you know how many guys in the playoffs have taped it up, have taken it, just get it, like...
Well, did you see all the reports after the series?
I did not. Please lay it on us.
The burner report did have big consequences of what happened in the second half of the series when all that came out the All-Star break.
Was what?
the burner phone, like the comments on this, like the burner account again. Remember, they're not sure.
He had another one this year.
Yeah, didn't you look it up?
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, and they would talk shit about some of the Rockets players on it, and that had a big influence on how that locker room was set.
Dude,
one of the best scorers of all time, but not a leader, and I don't know if you can call him a winner. He needed Steph. He needed Draymond. He needed Clay.
Which is crazy because having those pieces, he won the Finals MVP too. So technically, like, remember,
because he's elite.
He can score,
but not a leader.
He can score like a motherfucker.
Not a leader.
No, not even close.
He can never be held to the Kobe's, Michaels, LeBrons.
Oh my God! Please don't even.
Like, not even close with that.
Dude,
like, not even Magic Bird.
He doesn't hold himself accountable, much less holding other people accountable.
Like,
get the fuck out of here, dude.
So,
that's my problem.
I can never.
That's my problem.
I don't know if he's a top 10 player now.
You could argue him out. Because
I want leaders.
I want a player.
If you're going to be in my top 10 of basketball with the players that we've seen, you need to be a leader. There shouldn't be one person in your 10 that's the guy that's like, I'm kind of a backseat kind of guy.
Right, correct. Harden. You need to win one chip as the dude. Dirk Nowitzki. You got guys that like have done this. Kawhi went out and did it in Toronto for 1 year by himself. Elite.
But is Kawhi a leader?
He was that year.
He did it on the court.
He was that year. Absolutely. He went out and did it. He left San Antonio. I understand, because there's some shit that he was common sensed in a handful, with his contract and shit. It's not over.
The Damon Jones, they reversed his sentence to something else. We
forgot about to talk about this though. So not only is college football having some issues with goddamn,
we haven't seen all the stuff we talked about.
The NBA has come back and
the Damon Jones
thing. He changed he recanted his statement and said he's guilty. He took a guilty charge.
Yep. Big
admittance.
News.
He came back and hit it. That's
all right.
Dude. Go ahead.
Next, before we get to the Thunder,
we like to ramble.
Yeah. Next series, another disappointing for a team. The Nuggets lose to the T-Wolves. T-Wolves got a lot of hurt players, and Nuggets still can't pull it off.
Crazy.
To me, that's
the defining part. That's the defining part of that.
I think the Nuggets just got to blow it up. Something isn't not right. Aaron Gordon wasn't necessarily healthy. You had no help off the bench. Joker somehow was stifled by the Eiffel Stifle. Is that what they call him? He was stifled by the Eiffel Stifle. I don't know how you couldn't come back and win when they had two of their top players are done. Their top player done, and they're like one of the top 3-point shooters in DiVincenzo done. And you can't even come back and make it a 3-3.
Right, and then they lost another player for one game. They're the first team to ever close out a series when you've had three starters who all score over 10 points not play a game. Dude, first time it's ever happened. You lose that kind of depth or that kind of like upright. Like that's your team. That's a lot of your team, dude. It's a 5-man game overall. I know there's 13 men on the bench. Ask Tibbs how many guys he plays in a fucking game.
But even Jamal Murray had an awful game 7. Like
he didn't. Yeah, he was
as
bad.
A Joker. Joker didn't have a great series. It was not a good series for the Nuggets. They should not feel good about themselves after that playoff loss. They shouldn't. They did not play good.
Dude, this beer's really good.
Next series, Spurs Blazers. Spurs did what they needed to do.
Found what they needed to find, and they're going to be trouble. If Wemby stays healthy, Castle, Vessel, they are top to bottom a well-prepared team.
With Anthony Edwards and DiVincenzo, this would have been a great series. This is because gonna be a rough
Nas
series.
Reed, and they have length on Minnesota.
This is going to be a rough series.
They have Gobert, so they could have found a way to box Wemby up and kind of make the other guys. But now you don't have scorers in Minnesota.
This could be a tough series for the
Julius Randle is going to have to be an absolute animal. Maybe, hopefully,
but Wemby going to be in the box. You needed DiVincenzo shooting outside. That's what you needed.
Sure. But you do still have guys that can kind of contain him. You just got to find points as Minnesota.
So that's a bummer. Anthony Edwards may be back at some point.
Right. I have heard if you can extend the series to like 5, 6, 7 games.
Rough obviously. For the T-Wolves. Rough. And
bad timing.
And Trev's getting points on us now.
He sure is.
Thunder Lakers. you have Luka. Austin Reeves is a shell. Like, he's 80%. You 4-1, 4-0. This series isn't going to be much. I really impressed that they got through the first round. I'm the only one to call it out of us three. I don't see them moving on. OKC is just too dominant.
You can't argue them to be a dynasty and then not be able to take care of business. Like,
it should be
cool, especially against, like, dude, I have been the biggest LeBron fan out of the three of us, even though he's been on your team, and he doesn't have enough juice to get around all of that firepower in OKC. Well, he's a great basketball player. Reeves is a great basketball. Rory Hachimura has to steady out. Marcus Smart is a great defender, 3-and-D guy. He can play.
He's gonna have to cover us.
It's not to say that absolutely, and you know that he wants it. He's still a Badger. He's still gonna play that role.
He didn't play very good last year, but that was because he's on a shitty team.
He wasn't very healthy in Memphis either. No, and he's got something to fight for.
No, he was on the Wizards last year. Memphis, he got traded for. Remember?
That's right. Yeah, dude, who wants to play hard in fucking Washington?
But no, I think Thunder move on, and I think Spurs move on to like kind of match up in that Western Conference Finals. From what we're looking at now.
I mean, it should be 1-2. It should be OKC, San Antonio.
I would think the T-Wolves, if they were completely healthy, I'd be like, man, this is going to be a great series. I don't know if it's going to be that good of a series. We could have some 4-1s on both sides.
Yep. We sure could.
All right, let's jump into the old Western Conference.
Eastern
Conference, yes. Sorry, Charlie. Usually we do East first.
The
Pistons and Magic right now tied 3-3. Right now it's 23-24. Let me refresh just in case. Just in case that score is off. It is off. It's 43-43 with a couple minutes left in the
first half.
Yeah, in the first half, second quarter. So that series is final today. The other series, Raptors and Cavs are 3-3. Still finishing out. Man, both of those. Magic were up by 20 going to halftime in Game 6, and then went
blew it,
and then just blew the second half.
Yeah,
dude,
that was Friday.
Awful.
Yeah, it was funny because it was just like, if you've watched enough NBA, even in the playoffs, 12 to 14 points is not a secure lead anymore.
But they went cold. They lost by 20 themselves. There was like a 40-point difference.
They didn't end up losing by that much. No, they ended up losing by 11? I don't think it was 20. Anyway, it was still giving up a 24-point lead or
93-79.
93-79. Oh, that's 14 points.
So not 20.
You give up 20 on the comeback and then lose by 14. That is a 30-plus point swing. That's bonkers.
I was like, oh, Magic going on. Damn it, I should have called it. And then I was like, what the fuck?
It's too funny. I thought the same thing as I was watching the game.
I literally saw the score later and was like, how many points did you have in the second half?
It's like the guy who falls asleep thinking that his NFL bet got shot, and then he wakes back up to find that homie came from 28 down to tie it.
You had 19 points in the second half, Chuck. You had an 11-point third quarter and an 8-point fourth quarter. Let that flow through. You had 19 points in 2 quarters, Chuck. 11 and 8.
8 points in a quarter is probably the lowest scoring fourth quarter in NBA history and playoff history. That has to be. If it's not, it's up there. 8 points, not even double digits.
You had 35 in the second quarter. The Pistons had 12. Then the Pistons go 24 and 31 in the third and fourth, and you went 11 and 8. 11 and 8.
8 points.
You made 4 fucking baskets?
Maybe. What if some of those are free throws?
Or maybe 2 threes in a fucking basket. You had 8 fucking points in that much time?
12 minutes.
You're a professional basketball. The Pistons having 12 in the second quarter is pathetic too.
Agreed.
Dude.
Yeah. Sometimes, dude, it's crazy to think that, like, okay, for professionals, right? Like, everybody is going to go cold at some point. the greatest shooters go through slumps. It does happen. But when the whole team goes cold at the same time, like, that's crazy, right? Like, one guy can be a little off. That makes sense. That makes total sense. But when you rotate and you got 3, 4, 5 guys just pang, pang, pang.
11,
what is that?
11 points and 8 points in 2 quarters.
Yeah, it's really hard to believe. That 19 points and a half is
when you're
like,
putting up 23 and 35.
Right,
when
exactly.
You're between like the 25 and 35.
In each quarter. Yeah. You should be able to sleepwalk. You should be able to sleepwalk to 20 points in a quarter.
25 should be like,
20 times 4 is only 80. If you scored 80 points in a fucking game, you're not winning that anyway. They didn't. 79. Clamps by the Pistons, dude. Clamps, dude. Clamps.
So Raptors, Cavs, like we said, 3-3. Man, I don't know. This is going to go either way today. I suspected that the Cavs would kind of clamp this series down early up, and they've kind of let a couple of these games slide away, man.
Yeah, absolutely. No, and I think right now, the team that's playing the best ball in the East is the 76ers.
Well, hold on.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, looking towards the future, like
Knicks win out 4-2. Do they put on a 140 to 89 game against the
Hawks? Showed what the Hawks really are. Oh my lord, they were up by 51 at halftime. It was the largest halftime lead in playoff history. It's horrendous. It's almost unfathomable. 51 points. 51 points. At one point, they were up by 63. That wasn't even the largest lead. That was just the halftime lead.
That's awful basketball.
Professional?
Hawks, you don't deserve to be
all
there.
of you do. None of you get your game checks. None of you showed up. You didn't get off the fucking bus. 63 points. Anyway, sorry. That was high.
And then the 76ers knock off the Boston Celtics.
Come back from 3-1 into Embiid found himself. Maxey had himself a series. Kelly Oubre is playing well. No, they have some pieces, dude. And Boston just live by the 3, die by the 3, bro. It is painful to watch that team when it doesn't work. They just try again and again and again, and it just doesn't work. And when it does, you'll outscore a team real easy. When it doesn't,
bang, bang,
ping, ping, dang, bong, bong, bang.
So, what are you thinking Knicks 76ers wise? Since that's the only one that's concluded.
I was just saying that I think the 76ers are playing better ball from top to bottom. And if Embiid, now the thing is, since they went 7, they don't have time to really take off. They only have one day. They got to go play on Tuesday or Monday. No, because they played last night. They only have today off. The Sixers only have today off. They play tomorrow. They play tomorrow.
Monday, May the 4th be with you.
Now, yeah, dope. Now, luckily, they New York and New York and Philadelphia are not far away from each other. They're not flying coastal to get. They're probably driving, to be honest. Literally, you can get into New York from Philadelphia, especially if you got a fucking cavalcade. You could probably do it in a couple hours.
I bet they're flying.
Probably. Which takes 10 minutes. Like it's not even worth getting on a fucking plane. It's really
but they're private, dude. They just walking onto the plane themselves. It's not like they're waiting in line.
Well, I understand all of that. No, I get that.
They're just hopping in, jumping from city to city.
Oh, no, I know, but I'm just saying it's not even worth getting in a plane for that's like a 20-minute plane ride. I don't even I
bet it's an hour.
No way. Hold on. We're going to do some geography. Keep going.
But Magic, Pistons tonight, and then Cavs, Raptors Pistons finish out.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to New York.
Chucky's looking something up.
It's 94 miles, homie. It's literally an hour and 45 minutes in a car. It takes less than an hour to get to Vegas, and it takes 8 hours to drive there. Think about that. That's a 2-minute flight.
So maybe they are taking a bus.
How can you even justify putting a plane in the air for that?
Maybe they take a bus. Who knows? Maybe they take the subway.
Bullet Train.
Private subway.
You know what? Very underrated movie. If you have never seen Bullet Train, go check it out. It starts slow, but God, it ends so good.
You watch it?
Absolutely.
I love that movie.
Aaron Taylor Johnson is, I think, an underrated actor, bro. I think he's funny.
Well,
Kick-Ass is hilarious.
And I like BP.
Sure. Yeah, Brad Pitt's definitely got some notoriety.
He's so funny in that.
He's great. He's perfect.
On his phone and shit. All right, so we got to wait for the Pistons Magic to finish out. We got to wait for Cavs Raptors. So that'll be interesting to see who's there. Big upset, though. 76ers, big upset, man.
2v7, bro. It is. That's
what we didn't give. Nobody gave them credit.
Oh no, I took Boston all the way to the Eastern
We all
Conference
did.
final. Yeah, or not? I mean, to represent the East.
We
I'm
all
sorry.
did.
Yeah.
So we're all fucked there. Nobody's getting points there.
What it boils down to is the little intermediate. So it depends on if I can get the Raptors, I'll pick up a point there.
But if you
That's
don't get
huge.
the Raptors, then it's
then I'm done. Then I'm done because everything else we have even.
And then he's got.
And if the Spurs go, then money's got it.
Oh yeah, because then why have the Pistons at least beating the Cleveland Cavaliers? So
Me too. I have Detroit in the
so that helps because Trevor's got Cleveland.
Okay. Well then, but then not for me though, because I think
for me it helps. Trev, you're pretty much.
I need the Raptors to win this game.
If the Raptors don't win,
then I'm uber fucked for sure.
Yeah, because Trev's got the. That's why I kind of root for the T-Wolves.
I don't know. Are we going to be able to get through a beer and a half? Are we going to ramble?
I mean, we can figure out rambling. We haven't had that much time.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
We'll figure something out. We're
gonna figure something out.
But no, I really do think that Trev's got the best.
He does. Oh, he has the inside lane. He has the inside lane because he has a different winner than the two of us.
Next year's going to be crazy, man. The West is going to be crazy. You have the veteran Spurs now. I mean, I know they're not veteran, but it'll be the veteran Spurs kind of there now. You're going to have a crazy West. You're going to tell me that the Nuggets are going to get up to 2?
No, you know what we need to comment on now that we're talking about the NBA? They went and put in some anti-tanking rules. We didn't talk about this.
Yeah, but I didn't read them.
You are no longer allowed to... Okay, he wants to finish it. You are no longer allowed to have 3 top 5 picks in a row, regardless of how the lottery works. That's one of the things. So 3 of the most recent dynasties, the oncoming dynasties with the Thunder, the Spurs, and the Sixers that did it when they had 3 top 5 for 2 number 1s in a row and then a top 5 protected as well. Couldn't have drafted the way that they did. They would have gotten kicked out.
I don't feel like that fixes it.
No, then the last 3 teams get penalized. They get lesser of a chance to get the it's weird because it's like
it's still not fixing it. The problem is let's just the Thunder are the problem.
I love that. Yes, expand upon that topic. The Thunder are the problem. Fuck the Thunder.
Because Sam Presti,
fuck
right?
Clay Bennett.
Hold on. Yes, I don't like that guy. But let's talk about Sam Presti being one of the best GMs in the league.
We can't. I can't. You can.
I can't. Well, it's factual.
I don't know what you mean by that.
Look at who the Thunder have.
I know.
Look at who the Thunder have.
I know. As I give
Chet and Williams and Caruso and all these other guys are about to draft.
Their team building has been wonderful.
It's more convenient for these guys to stay on the team. That's the problem. The problem is that there's no movement unless somebody wants out from a shitty team. Anthony Davis wants out. Somebody else wants out. Giannis is pissed off. Maybe he wants out. Otherwise, there's no movement. There is no movement in the NBA. The CBA has negated the movement of the free agency market.
But if you're good and you want to stay within the team, they should like.
That's fine, but it's the motivation now has been to keep teams together,
right?
Because you get more money by staying with the team,
right? No, I understand that.
It should just be free. You should be able to get the same amount of money anywhere. Then there would be way more movement. They have completely taken away the movement in the CBA. No, the aprons and all this bullshit.
I understand that you've made this argument multiple times before. I don't necessarily think that that's the case. I think that if you're a guy that wants out of your team, is it for the money or is it for the winning, right? Originally, because if you have a shot.
In the day. Now you don't really get balls.
That is true.
You really don't the Luka shit doesn't happen. That's a stupid ass move. That shit doesn't happen. The Lakers should have never had Luka.
This is this far down. Looking back on that, it is.
They didn't even make the playoffs this year.
It's the biggest sports robbery in the 2000s. In the 2000s, it is. There's no way that trade should have
Otherwise,
happened.
how else do you get good? You have to get a free agent, or you have to have
draft,
a top, or you have the top 5 pick, and you have to hit. And when you start hitting, and you don't have to move,
you can make trades. Giving up your picks.
That's the way. Now
it's trading. It's true because you can't free agency. Free agency in the NBA is the least exciting because of the safety that the home team has. I don't disagree with that. Like if
trade picks,
because most guys, and I don't necessarily blame them as somebody who doesn't make a whole shitload of money,
are going to stay for the extra bonus of staying with
$20 million extra fucking dollars in a city I don't got to move, and you're going to give me more money, and then
I push my way out, and my contract gets kept. That's the only way that stuff happens. The sign and trades. That's why it's always a sign and trade.
Well, you have to sign and trade.
Back in the day, there wasn't sign and trade.
No, there were. Sign and trades did exist,
but
for sure.
Most likely, you would just go sign with the one team for the same amount of money you could have signed with the other team for. Now you do sign and trade, so the other team picks up the exact same contract.
Because they want that on the way out the door, for sure.
So that's part of it, too. And then you're like, well, I don't really know if I want to pick up that contract.
Well, you have to if you want the player.
And then we'll see a lot of that stuff.
But then you have to take that into consideration with your aprons. I don't mind the idea of the aprons though. It's trying to eliminate the upper luxury tax.
Correct. Which, dude, if you're going to pay the money and you want to take the luxury tax,
but if it's a cap sport, it's a cap sport. Right. There has to be a cap. Like
the aprons are just weird. I don't know.
Well, the one just incurs you pay the penalty above that. The second one is you get to make no trades.
Which is
you get no ad drops.
If I want
your roster is locked.
If my owner wants to pay from if you want to go pay the money and nobody else wants to pay the money, AKA
but then it's
Dodgers,
not a cap. But then it's not a capped sport. MLB is not a capped sport.
You have to stay within your parameters. But if I still want to,
but that's the parameters. You're literally arguing yourself against your own
I just
point.
don't think you should be. Telling me I can't make trades or anything. That's crazy.
Because you've gone over the cap.
You pay the luxury tax like in baseball.
One apron, you get one to do that.
Apron.
The second one, you don't. Brother, you're arguing your own point if you really think about it.
Kind of.
Other than the idea that you are saying that the NBA should be an open cap. That's the only other argument I can get out of that.
Well, no, I think it should be capped, but I do think you should have.
So then you got to find a way to close off the cap.
I think you should also have to pay luxury tax, which they do. But
also
shouldn't be able to, the home team shouldn't be able to give an extra bonus to stay on the home team. That's where you're losing people. That's where you lose free agency.
So that's the point you made. The Supermax should be able to come from whoever wants to offer it.
Yeah, your Supermax deals in the CBA.
It is crazy that it only qualifies within the team that you are under contract for. Correct. It is weird. There's no other sport that does anything remotely close to that.
Was it stop the movement of
the super team?
The super team.
It was trying to combat the super teams.
But then once you went apron and that, now you have completely.
Now you've shut down the ability to jump pawns.
So if you're going to give me an apron, then you can't give me the fucking teams can sign more people.
Okay, I'm okay with that. I like that distinction. Yes. That distinction makes sense to me. If you're gonna have that second apron, then you should be allowed to have any team be able to make whatever contract as long as they're under the second apron.
Correct.
Love it. Okay, sorry. Yes, no, we talked that out live. That took a little bit to get there. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
You can't give me both
because then it's capped, but then you are still allowing the free agent. If you have the money, I can pay homie $60 million this year if I want to. Okay, love it. That makes sense to me. That's the right kind of capitalism.
So if you're gonna give me the other one, then let me have over the cap luxury tax. Like if you're gonna keep the whole Supermax,
then let the infinite luxury tax basically take hold. I will still technically pay back to the government, but I'm above and right.
I'm paying all my people their Supermax.
I get the viewpoints.
So now
I get it. Down. Sure. No,
you can't have both because now you're crushing both.
I like option A way more than option 2.
I do too. I don't want you to really.
But right now it's neither. It's neither. Right now. Okay.
And there really is no movement. You get a lot of middle movement.
Trades are the only way it really, really, really happens. Free agency is somebody signs here, somebody signs, I got to pour.
Because I read an article the other day, and it's Lakers have 3 first-round picks they can trade. It's 2027, 2030, and 2033. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah. But that's the only way the Lakers can get good. You have to be able to trade 3 first-round picks for whoever, right? Because we without having top picks, you don't get better, and so that's why some of these teams are tanking. Put a couple top picks together. Now you hope you can be the Pistons or you can be the Thunder.
Spurs.
You just hope you don't miss like the 76ers did all those years on every top pick they picked.
Markel Fultz.
Cheers, brother.
5.3 South Lake.
We've never had a South Lake Brewing, I don't think.
We've talked about this. Yeah, I don't believe so.
It smells hella good. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, different take. Blood orange blonde.
Wow.
It says blood orange up front. I get a lot of blonde. I get a lot of blonde.
I get blonde up front. I get a lot of blood orange on the back.
Beerford Venture. These are our boys, the local boys. South Lake. Oh, technically they consider it California. That's right. It's North Lake that
North
is in
Lake
Nevada.
We still take South Lake though.
It's an annex, as we like. Truckee is part of Nevada.
Truckee's definitely Nevada.
Truckee's part of Nevada. Fuck you,
cool,
California.
Cool can.
It is. It's chill. I like it. I like the logo. I like the bear. It's a constellation is actually what it is, which is pretty sweet. 5.3. So we just said it, South Lake, California, which is, but I mean, it's accessible. Literally, it's the state line is drawn through Tahoe. That's where Nevada and California meet. So it's within minutes.
Truckee should be Nevada.
Truckie's
badass.
Truckie's great. No, great beer,
Donner
great
Lake.
food. It just fits the vibe. It's so much more Nevada. It's so much more Nevada. That whole region, that whole area of Tahoe, that should all just be Nevada.
Take them back.
I mean, it just.
We're gonna move the state line.
Cali, you have your own swag, and I get it, but it ain't like Nevada. Nevada's just different, brother. The mountains belong in Nevada. Anyway.
Really good. All right, Charlie.
Okay.
What have you been watching and what have you been playing?
So this pod we are fans of video games.
Movies, shows.
Yeah, media.
Anything I put on TV. I got another shout out. Like, can I go real quick?
Of course.
On one shout out. I've meant to mention this last week. So we did a pod 2 pods ago after WrestleMania. We talked about how much the production was good.
Yes.
So we did a pod and my son was at home watching. We get our pod done and I go rushing out the door, right?
Right.
I get home. Dude, he's sitting on the couch. Looked like maybe he'd been crying for a second. I was like, Bud, what happened?
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar retired. I was like, what?
He did. Because it was
Grayson
the second
was totally
day.
shocked. It was Sunday, so he's totally shocked. Angela goes, oh my God. Like, yeah, it was going crazy. So we watched the rest of the WrestleMania. It was cool. So I'm like, I'm going to watch this shit. Like, it's the first match. And I kind of saw it pop up on my phone. And I swiped right while we're doing the pod, to get it off.
Right. I remember that.
So we're watching. So I go home and watch it. He loses Obafemi, who's a bad motherfucker, which you'll see. I don't know if you'll see him next week. 310, 6'4".
I saw the end of that match that you're talking of course.
The WWE did the most perfect job of not doing anything for this. So he retires, right? He's sitting in the middle of the ring. The announcers don't talk. He sits there. People are starting to realize, and all of a sudden people are starting to chant. He's taking all the shit off, puts in the middle of the ring. The announcers still have not said one fucking word. Stands up, and he goes up, stands in the corners. People are just going crazy. People are chanting his name. People are saying, like, all this stuff. Like, you can tell, like, before the match, nobody was really chanting for him. It was all about Obafemi. The whole entire stadium, 55,000 people chanting his name. He gives all his thanks in the 4 corners, walks out, shaking people's hands. He's going out, doing and people are like, thank you, thank you. He's telling they thank you. Announcers never said one word. The most perfect thing in the world, not talking over a big ass thing. You hear on the Dan Pack show, he interviews all those guys about like home runs that they've called, Al Michaels with the games, letting the fans do the announcing of them chanting and not having any announcers talk was awesome. It was literally like the most perfect piece of production of a big ass moment. And I was like, totally want to give a shout out last week, but we got so draft crazy, but it was crazy cool.
I think you kind of gave me chills just thinking about that because I get it. The thought process behind that is the announcers don't have to say anything, right? What are you going to say?
55,000 people chanting for him.
Beautiful.
Dude, no, there's insane.
There's nothing to cover. In fact, he lost the match.
Which they do that a lot in WWE. It's
go out on a
weird
loss. But in a way, I'm okay with it. As long as it fits the narrative and it makes sense. It's a good match. Because if it's guaranteed win, it's plot armor, right? You've got to get away from plot armor. Right. Like you got to get away from, especially on your biggest fucking stage. You've got to not know. I was wrong about 80% of the matches we watched that day. All straps changed. Shit was crazy.
Next Saturday, here we come, Backlash.
Yeah, it was fun.
Like 12-year-old boys.
Dude, I enjoy. It reinvigorated. If you just suspend animation,
if you just watch it, take it
great.
what it is. We know they're not punching,
fun.
but it's also Obo Femi's
dramatic. You don't really know what's about to happen.
310 pounds, and he's moving like a fucking
doing a fucking frog splash and like dude, the backflips. He did two ropes. He did two. He bounced up to the.
So he's in the main event at Backlash.
The upcoming.
He's going against Roman Reigns for the heavyweight belt.
There it is, dude. I had a good time. I'm excited to watch what Backlash has to offer. Okay, so that was
I meant to talk about last week. And we didn't. So go. Sorry, Charlie. I just think that sometimes when you do that good of a job in baseball, like calling the home run and stuff, it needs to be commented on because that's a perfect piece of production.
Well, yeah, no, the difference is the moment needed to was the moment. It's not when you call a home run, you have to call that. That's
like the big home runs, the Hank Aaron home runs, where you Hank Aaron broke the record, and then the fans go crazy, and you don't say another word after that.
Well, no, you set absolutely. A good broadcaster or a good, you're aware of the situation.
Al Michaels in the goal, you say, here's
the miracle. Yeah, do you believe in miracles?
And then that's the only thing.
Yeah, do you believe in miracles? Has stuck around since then.
3 words,
iconic,
and then that's it. You're not keep talking.
You got to let it happen. So shout out, Brock Lesnar is an absolute animal of a human, and get your body right because I'm sure it's fucked up between all the wrestling, both professional, college, UFC, all of it. Yeah, you got to slow down, lay off some certain candies, and let your body go back to normal. Which you'll still be a beast. His daughter is a collegiate athlete in track and field. She won a gold medal, I think, as well in the shot put or something like that this year.
I think the shot put, right?
It was something like that. She was, she's legit. So obviously Viking blood, dude. That's that fucking Nordic blood, bro. Just warriors. As far as what I've been doing media wise, not at all. That's part of it. This is fandom. I beat Modern Warfare Remastered on Veteran, baby. It was a slog towards the end of it. The last couple of levels were
controller throwing mad.
No, I've gotten better than I'm better than that.
No, but
I died repetitively within seconds of spawning a few times. It does. It's awful. But you've got to push through. There's 2 things that have to happen when you play video games that are going to be frustrating.
Turn off and walk away.
Correct. That's the second one. The first one is, can I push through this and I know I'm close to getting this done? Or really accepting I'm just beating my head against the fucking wall. I'm an hour and a half in and I haven't beaten this section. I need to turn it the fuck off. That is, if you've never gotten deep enough into a video game, then you have no idea what this fandom is about because there are moments in games.
I had to walk away from mine right now.
Okay. Which one? The
Tales of our
you ran into something that...
it went real bad 3 times and I also haven't had time to play.
Stop. This is fandom right here. We're going to get into this. I want to know what it is. I want to know what this is.
It's a boss fight.
Okay.
And he does this charge thing, and your one player has a special that hella stops it.
Okay.
But it only happened once, and I was getting just slaughtered. I was using all my stuff, and it just I've backed away.
Now let me ask. Let me. Sure. Now, so because where you're saved at right now, you still spawn with all your shit every time.
Yeah.
Okay. So going into the fight, you are as prepared. Can you back out of this fight?
I don't know. I have not yet.
Okay.
I got my ass kicked one night a lot. And
right.
Stepped away.
Oh, it's just once. So it's only been once.
I haven't walked back in yet.
Oh, it's fine.
But
dude.
It was
once.
But it was 4 times that night.
Sure. And how many minutes within each attempt?
The first one was better than the rest.
No, but of course. Right. But how long is each attempt?
Oh, I don't know.
How long does each boss fight take?
Usually they take a long time.
30 to 40 minutes if you're successful?
20 minutes. It's a long.
So you probably went 5 to 10 minutes in the first time and then a handful of minutes.
No, the first time was real good.
You thought you were close. You were right there.
I figured something out, but then I died too many times before that. So I was like, all right. I figured something out towards the end of that. And then I never got back to that part, and I just was ready.
So here's what it is. It's good to take a step back. That's exactly where you take the step back. Your strategy doesn't need to change. You need to do your strategy better.
Execute.
Execute. Okay. That is video games.
But I also can move. When I come back in, I think I can still have a chance to move somebody out. I need to move another player out.
Okay. Well, either way, I get it.
Strategy need to be adjusted, but I just haven't walked back into it because I haven't. quite had the time to walk. I know that I'm going to need
if there's
time
something that is going to just absolutely just like,
I need time to get back in, and I just haven't had quite had the
it's
time.
just like any hobby that you love. There's always, if you love a hobby, there's a love and hate because it can get so deep. Video games, when you can't beat that fucking level, when you can't get past that boss or past that enemy or past that level or whatever the fuck it is, ooh boy, put it down, take a deep breath, do something else, come back.
I've had a chance to get
you
back. You
need to get back to it, but like, no, I understand that completely. Other than that, dude, Dynasty's been running strong. I need to get back to FF7. I've been thinking about that.
Has the third dropped?
No. They haven't.
I've seen a bunch of stuff about it lately. That it dropped maybe on.
No, it hasn't dropped.
That 7 maybe also dropped on. What's the other console that we don't have?
Oh, the Xbox?
No, what's on the Nintendo right now?
The Wii?
The Wii might have dropped a portion of a Final Fantasy thing, I think.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
You're bringing something to the table?
Yeah. I saw that recently, and I was like, ooh, man, that'd be kind of... Because then you're like on like your little thing or your TV. I'd be like, that'd be kind of like old school.
The Switch. I'm sorry, it's not the Wii. It's the Switch.
Correct.
The Switch 2.
Yes.
Yeah, is
maybe
what Nintendo's...
Switch.
I'll tell you something, though. Like, Nintendo, it's not that you obviously don't know how to make video games, but you don't make what Sony does and what Xbox does, and you make video games. You still make old school, like you sacrifice, like that game is so immersive. Like you don't want it to be.
Maybe it was 10.
FF10.
Maybe 10 came back out on the Switch. 10's coming back out. I did see that because I was like, I played that one.
10's a big one in the series. 10's probably right behind 7,
right?
Yeah, probably as far as like fandom.
Yeah,
it probably goes like 7 is number 1.
Is 10, what do you do in 10?
Well, 10, you're what's his fucking name?
Yeah, what's his name?
He's got his yellow jacket on and his blonde hair, and because what they did, 8, they went too human. 9, they went back to caricatures. And then 10, they nailed right back like in the middle ground of like...
10 was like the
next
one.
It's got magic, but also humans and like...
I played that one. That was another
one.
Well,
then they did 10 and 10 too. Right? What is that motherfucker's name? What is that motherfucker?
I don't think I use the MF word on it, but that's...
Well, just because it bugs me that I don't know it. I like Final Fantasy lore.
I do too. I like the storyline, so that's where I'm at.
7's elite, dude. And I need to get back. I'm kind of the reason why I stopped remake is it gets to a point sometimes the narrative gets long-winded, and you're like, let's fucking go. You got to do these little side missions, collect this, do that, blah blah blah. And it's like, let's just slaughter a motherfucker and see an evil villain and fucking throw some materia out where you summon a motherfucker or two, like.
So that's what I was trying to, up my levels. My tails
grind.
Rise.
Gotta hit that grind.
I'm always grinding.
Yeah, I know. Like, if you play any lengthy game, you understand. Grind. Yeah, of course.
Go back and fight through levels multiple times to level up.
Yeah, absolutely. You understand that there's going to be probably 3 to 5 of the next hours are just going to be. When I unlocked the slaughterhouse in Borderlands 3, you bet I lived in that motherfucker for a while, getting better guns, and I have not touched 4.
I backed off.
I've not touched 4.
I told you, I want to just do my own thing, and like I don't always want to be.
So go and do your own thing in 4.
I haven't gone back yet.
So redraw, really but you have it. Okay, so then go back into it. You can.
It's really good.
Maybe to cut the edge from your other games.
I might take a minute because I do need something else.
I think you should, and that's right up your fucking alley, my dude.
Yes, I might go back. That is a good idea, Charlie. Go back to that for a little bit and kind of take a break.
I have been trying to think. I think Ninja Gaiden is going to be the next one that like
I want you to get it to tell me. So tell the fans about Ninja Gaiden real quick while I use the restroom because I want to come back and talk some shows and stuff.
Excellent. So Ninja Gaiden and the new iteration is Smash and Dash. It's a la like Devil May Cry or Bayonetta. If any of y'all played Bayonetta, that is an elite Smash and Dash. I wish that they would make a third one and then they would make it on Universal consoles. You can have it on Xbox too, but Sony, I get that it was Nintendo. That's where they put the second one. Bayonetta Elite Smash and Dash. But that's what the Ninja Gaiden is now. Ninja Gaiden 4, they've had Sigma, they've had Black, they've had different versions. And if anybody's played video games that's listening to me right now, the OG is probably the hardest platformer. That and like the Way of Shinobi is like probably the two most crazy, just throw at you platformers that you're ever going to see from Sega and from Nintendo. And so it's evolved in. I like beating up enemies and I like putting together combos. It's why I'm a huge fan of fighting games. It's why I still play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 every now and again. I have to go back and revisit that because it's an elite fucking video game and they put it in an arcade package that I was able to download and play. If you haven't, go look that shit up. It's wonderful. Mortal Kombat, get your shit back together. You were on a decent path, then you lost your way, and now you're back on a path. So we're going to welcome back Downey here, and we're going to go ahead and get into a different form of media because I feel like I have definitely rambled about video games.
Good.
So
I want you to get Ninja Gaiden because I want you to tell me if it's worth getting.
Sure. No, I've heard that the combat system is wonderful.
I did,
and I just supposed to be short. It's supposed to be short. It's supposed to be short, but if it's got a good combat system, it'll for the 6, 8, 10 hours that I play it, I might love it.
Because Dynasty Warriors, that was like amazing. For me, it was just like
it's not that I've played a few Dynasty Warrior games. It's not that
that was the first one I've ever played.
Oh no, I played like 3, 5, like 6, 7, like somewhere around like they're more closer to their heydays. But the big scale battle doesn't do it for me every time. Sometimes I like it's me versus this whole fucking room. That's what Ninja Gaiden is.
Right.
So that's...
Well, so the Batman games I didn't love because I don't like sneaking around.
Oh, well, it's detective as well. Yes, you're not always going in hot. You like to go in hot. You're like full frontal assault.
Dude, like Gears of War, let me fucking get it. Dude.
Yes, no, you want the game. Oh, that's a great game. Though both of those games are good.
Dude, there is a game on. Well, we're still in the game section. I almost want to get the Switch just so I can play the last Marvel Alliance.
Is that only on Switch?
It's only on Switch. It's
really?
Not for PS. Yeah, dude. I was like, dude, hopefully it's for PS, and it wasn't. I can't find it. It's only on Switch, I'm pretty sure. Because I wanted to play it. That's like a perfect game for me and my son to fucking get down on. Good old Marvel Alliances. Those are like the fucking dream of dream games for me.
Well,
get your buttons right, get your levels right.
Oh, it's a MOBA. It's a large scale RPG for sure. It's League of Legends. It's fucking teams. World of Warcraft, just skinned with Marvel characters.
You make your teams right.
Yeah, no, that's. I've never really personally been into those games. Like that's
like the X-Men Legends and stuff.
It's one of the oldest versions of like strategic video games that exist, dude.
Like the X-Men Legends games where you did that?
Yeah.
I loved them.
Yeah, you risk war. You love all that shit. You team building and then putting your usage against other components that have built their teams differently. It's strategy games. Yeah. It boils down to their strategy games. I was hoping
that
which is funny because
the Marvel game where you like
you need to play XCOM. Look into a game called XCOM, okay? Like I'm
backed up on games right now.
Oh, well then get into a different one if you're fucking bitching about the one you're stuck on.
I still have I have all the I got Devil May Cry game I'm still like got in the back corner. And I still got the other God of Wars too. So I still got lots of games.
Those
to play.
Are dope. The God of Wars is fun.
But I think I might need to jump back to a shooting game and get off of the hand-to-hand combat for a little bit. I think that's a good suggestion. All right, let's jump into some shows. Dude, Daredevil, fucking amazing. And I forget to put it in my, like when people ask me what's your top shows, I'm like, Justified, Entourage, stuff like that. Daredevil is fucking amazing. Charlie Cox is great at Daredevil. Dude, it's a solid badass show.
Bet you he's a Charles.
It's a badass fucking. It's a badass show, man. 100% just go get them. Love that show. Another show went through American Barbecue on Netflix, the cooking show. Love my cooking shows while I'm doing stuff around the house.
Well, clearly you seem skeptical, though, about this specific show. That didn't sound like you had the best
review. I was asking you if you've seen it.
Oh, no. But I love a good cook-off.
It's really good.
I love Chopped. Anything with, like, anything where there's, like, a cooking competition, you can sign me up for.
So there's a couple on Netflix you got to check out.
Okay.
American Barbecue's one.
Sure.
They do some crazy shit.
Love barbecue.
That's why it's awesome.
We
both love barbecuing.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's another one. I'll have to rethink of the name, but they're part of the Culinary Institute of. It's a CIA, That's what they call themselves, the Culinary Institute.
Of whatever. Okay, but it's not. I was like, the CIA be barbecuing.
But there's that one where they doing like crazy cooks where you're making it look hella nice.
Okay.
Like that
presentation means a lot in that one too.
I'll tell you that one. I'll have to look on my Netflix account for that one. Dude,
Netflix.
Cooking shows though, awesome. Been checking them out.
No, I would say that in media consumption, I will get sucked into a cooking show for sure. Even baking. I don't bake, and I've gotten caught in baking shows every now.
Baking shows are a different type of people.
Sure.
On the baking show. Can we agree on that?
I'm not going to say you're wrong. I will neither confirm nor deny the allegations that have been laid today.
It wasn't an allegation. It was a fact.
Dude,
shows.
I have not been watching. I'm such a YouTuber, as you guys are going to consume this on YouTube as well. That I know, which is totally fine. Like, I don't watch like big. You know what I want to get into, and I have the access to Prime, is fucking a Young Sherlock. You said that dropped, right? Did you watch it?
Not yet.
Okay,
I haven't watched
I'm gonna watch it.
Well, because
I'm gonna watch it.
Actually, you gotta watch Reacher's on Prime.
I don't have to watch Reacher.
Reacher's amazing.
Okay, fantastic.
The Jack Ryan show's on Prime too, which is amazing.
I want to watch Young Sherlock.
And that Jack Ryan movie that's about to come out. I think you'd enjoy all three.
I bet you're not wrong, but I want to watch Young Sherlock.
I have not dabbled in it yet.
I'm gonna dabble.
It is in my dabbling.
Netflix, get to the fucking season of The Last Samurai Standing. Bring us that back.
Yeah, we got a little bit for that.
You think so?
Yeah, because we watched it pretty early on. I think it had just come out. So that we have like months before we see it.
That's okay. We can live with that as long as it's 2026.
Fubar's not coming back.
That's like 3 years removed. Arnold. It is old
awesome.
Arnold. He's funny.
Awesome,
he understands Hollywood.
The Top Gun gal was in it. She's awesome. Monica something. She's awesome.
Monica something. We like the Monica somethings.
She's in a couple different movies that are pretty good. What else have I watched?
You watch a lot.
I watch a lot of stuff.
The Big Bang stuff.
Well, I watch just a lot of stuff.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Running Man, the new one.
You liked it?
Yeah.
I was gonna say it didn't get much. It didn't with what's his nuts? Glenn Powers.
Love him.
Glenn Powell.
Love him.
Yeah. I'm thinking Chad Powers. I put the two names together. Yeah. Okay, that's what I've heard too. Which the original Running Man wasn't Arnold. It's funny. This is a running theme. We got it connected. Was really good. It was cheesy, but that's what you wanted out of the original Running Man.
It's violent. It's action packed.
But there's a huge butt that's coming here.
What happens at the end of the movie?
Oh, with Arnold?
No. What happened? You're watching the end of the movie and you're like, oh, okay, this happens. What else is going to happen? Like, is this, what are we doing?
You feel like the story isn't finished?
Yeah, it kind of leaves it. You'll have to watch it because I don't want to, if you watch it otherwise, but it's not.
We getting right? That's one of those right there.
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily bad, but I'm probably not going to watch it again.
Sure.
And for me, and Chuck knows this, for me that's nuts. I'll watch a movie fucking 150 times. I will go back and just replay shit.
TV shows too. You're the same way. Yeah. When you dig in, you dig in.
Especially because I put it on when I'm doing dishes. I'm like vacuuming. I'm sweeping. I'm doing my life.
South Park. If there's anything within that stream that I consume constantly, it's South Park.
Well, for me, it's like I've done Reacher 4 or 5 times.
No, right. That's what I'm saying. I've done.
I need that action and adventure, blowing shit up. Good looking women.
It's not that I don't mind it. One of my favorite movies is an Arnold movie. It's fucking True Lies. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Like, I absolutely love that.
The bridge is out. That fucking Harrier takes off.
When
that's I was like, I want to fly one of those motherfuckers. Zach,
that's a classic Tasker takeoff.
Zach, you're colorblind.
He's running into shit and he's trying to get off the ground. Oh my god, that movie's wonderful. So it's not to say that I don't have that in my history, but like,
did
I see?
I always hear Trevor say this. They're making a Gundam movie.
No, another one.
Sydney Sweeney.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Her and some other dude, Jacob something, I think he's a dude off of Euphoria. They're both in a Gundam movie. Dude, if they do that right, that could be epic. A Gundam movie?
Gundam movies already exist. Are you talking about like an animated one where they're just voicing or like
live action, brother?
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
If they do it right, it's going to be
But
sick.
but then it's going to turn to a CGI mess. You know, one of the things that I have hopes for.
Maybe.
Can we go and see Mortal Kombat?
I want to see that. I want to see Street Fighter, and then
Street Fighter. Good bring up. Okay, hold on.
Mandalorian and Grogu.
I don't want to buzz by that. Oh yeah, okay. Mandalorian and Grogu is.
Me and Grayson are seeing that for sure.
And I understand that. It's a big thing. That Street Fighter trailer looked fucking sick, dude. It's still gonna be. I want it campy. I want it cheesy, but I think that it's. Yeah, I agree. I think they know the exact lane that it's going into, which I love.
Have you seen the other Mortal Kombat movie? The one before this?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I have seen the reboot, the start of this franchise. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, stoked.
Oh, it's great. No, but the
stoked.
only thing I'm worried about, and I told you this, was that it's CGI. The previews are just like... Yes and no. But that's what I'm worried about the Gundam. You bring in Gundam and like it's great if you have great voice actors, but if you do it the same way that you're a Transformers guy, so I know that I'm kind of arguing. I jumped off that train. It got so just messy and CGI.
So I liked them, and then what about the Pacific Rims?
Yeah, I never fucked with either of them.
They're good.
The Kaijus are. I look, brother. That's Neon Genesis Evangelion. Like there have been animes and mangas written about that. Attack on Titan, where there's big fucking Gundam is exactly that. Right. It's mech. I love mech stories. I'm fine with that, but you got to do it right.
They're good.
I hope. Okay, I like Faith. I'm a huge fan of Faith too. It depends. I've heard you shit on a motherfucker or two.
Well, that's because you failed me. Star Wars failed me.
Oh, the current iteration, not a fan?
Oh, I don't mind Star Wars. I think it's badass. I love
the novels. What are you referring to?
Just shows. I think some of the shows are great. Well, I think you've lost. Like you made such a big world in the 70s that, like, he even admitted he couldn't do. He admitted in the 70s he had to do 3, 4, 5, or 4, 5, 6 because he couldn't do 1, 2, 3. He needed like when Tony Stark's dad tells him, "I'm handicapped by my generation of
knowledge and
generation of
technology."
Technology.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be able to do more things. That was exactly what Star Wars happened. Star Wars built the most massive.
Right. So then why did they fuck up 1, 2, and 3? 1 and 2.
I don't know if you really did.
2.
There are parts of those movies that are elite. There's other parts that are not.
Yeah, and I understand the expansion of the story as well.
You were selling them to younger kids at that point.
Well, yeah, because you literally had to take... Well, because 99 was when episode 1 came out. And it was 84 that episode 3 came out? Or not episode 3, I'm sorry, episode 6, technically.
6.
Yeah.
No, it was 87, 88.
Oh, okay, so it was even later.
Wasn't it?
No, I thought it was like... Because, no, it was 79, and then it was 3 years in... No, 77, 80, 83. It was 3 years in between.
Yes, that makes more sense.
77, 80, 83. Right. And then you had 99, you had 16 years in between.
In my opinion, you blew up, right? But then you wrote 3 million books. All these authors took... when you go to, like, bookstores... Or if you like paperback books, the Star Wars book collection.
The Star Wars lore is beyond what most people can even comprehend.
So you let these things happen where people have read. My brother Scott has read.
Because you consider it canon. No, the thing is they absorbed it. They said it was all universal for sure.
So you let all these books go out. Everything happened. So you tried to get it under control. And then you let 3 different directors do the last movies, which the second to the second movie in that situation is not good.
The Clone Wars?
No, the Rey stuff.
Oh, you're talking the post-trilogy.
The Force Awakens, not bad.
Right.
And
because it's basically...
And the Rise of Skywalker.
The last one is that's the middle one.
So what's the last one? The middle one's The Last Jedi. That one's awful.
That's why, because I didn't even see the Rise of Skywalker.
That one is not good. The Rise of Skywalker. The last one's good.
I watched the first one. I watched The Force Awakens. And then I saw The Last Jedi, then I didn't watch.
There's parts of that one, The Last Jedi, that are really good, but the story is kind of And then the last one's not bad. The last one is not bad. You built it up, and then you've done these other shows.
Why does Palpatine come back though?
Because you've done other shows to make it. If you go back into the cartoon situation of Star Wars,
I do unfortunately think that they took what could have been main story energy and just tried to pilfer it to different stories.
Well, you've had different things happen.
How did we get on the Star Wars pod?
In the books? In the books, there's parts where, like, when Luke gets his hand cut off, his hand falls, they make Luke clones. There's also a lot of stories where Palpatine, and he talks about how he can transfer his mind to somebody else.
Mitochondria.
So they use that. So that's what they use. But then if you watch the cartoons...
Which is funny because they put that in episode 1. That's literally...
Correct.
I understand. I get that this lore and this storyline... But then the
cartoons work
It's omnipotent. Like the Clone Wars is wonderful.
But that's good. But then you have Rebels, which is pretty good too, which doesn't get a shout. I didn't
watch that one, but I
Bad
know
Batch
what you're talking about.
is a whole thing about the Palpatine doing that. It's about them setting that system up.
Okay, sure.
So they clean some of it up. Yeah,
okay.
They clean some of it up. You just get some stuff in there where you're like, man, maybe let Zach be the GM and be the fucking author of my stuff.
Oh man, that was if that's not fandom, I don't know what is, brother. You got anything else you want to bring to the table? Or?
I feel like I watched something else recently too that I was like, but I don't remember what it is.
We're not going to mention it.
I did watch. Have you ever watched the Librarian movies with Noah Wilde, where he's like, and it's like.
Oh, I'm thinking the accountant. My bad. I'm thinking of Ben Affleck in the accountant, not the librarian.
They're like TNT movies. I kind of rewatched those recently on Amazon.
They're
not bad.
No.
It gives you that other where they make some of that stuff like kind of true believing, like oh my god, they make some of that other stuff like true believing, like Midas is gold and stuff like that.
Sure,
like
they call I get you.
It's cool stuff. Check us out Instagram and X,
Buzzsprout, Spotify, YouTube.
Come back next week for more NBA playoffs. Maybe Trev's top 10 after draft. Maybe some quarterback rankings. We're putting it on the fly.
Dude, I love those ideas moving forward, and we'll bring them back. But I don't know how relevant it will be to the sportscape.
We had to have a catch-up pod. This was like a catch-up pod.
Dude, yeah. And so thank you for sitting through Zach and I doing some rambling on that fandom right there. That Star Wars we went in, y'all.
Dude, the Star Wars stuff.
That's our fandom. That's our nerd. If we could do this. If you like this kind of shit, let us know. Shit, hit that comment box and let us know what you think about all of this kind of stuff.
3 great beers today.
You hear about all sorts of fucking sports, but we got knowledge in so many different directions. I'm going to go pee. That was 138. Good catch. We'll see you soon. Much love.